I mean, the name kind of gives it away, right? So Integrous Women, obviously coming from integrity as a core really value of my own life. And it's kind of to your wife's point, funny enough, where it's, I'm young, I'm in business, and I do a lot of networking. And it really just came from my own burnout of different jobs and just this lack of significance in my life, this lack of clarity on my purpose and what I want to do and who I'm meant to be. And in just a lot of personal development in my own journey, I figured, I ended up coming just to the heart of it all. It's like I almost felt like I was doing all this for other people and not for myself. So it really was just a lot of soul searching of what are my own strengths, what I love to do, who am I, and really this question of legacy. And if I die tomorrow, what do I want people to say about me? What am I really leaving in this world that's impactful and that's going to help others? So I started asking these powerful questions of how can I be of service? How can I create my legacy while I'm living right now, right? Rather than this kind of thought process that I talk with a lot of women about, well, I want to give and I want to do a lot, but I don't have the millions of dollars yet. So I can't do that. And I really wanted to prove that wrong. So it was this frustration of the networking events and the groups that I was already a part of, very obviously male dominated, because in business, that's just kind of how it is. And I wanted, I was really seeking out role models and leaders, specifically women that were able to have this balance of really heartfelt work, but also, making a success for themselves and making them doing things that they loved at the same time of working. So it really is, for me, it was this way of proving to myself that it's possible, that I can go out there and do what I love and be of service. And with Integrous Women, we are a social enterprise. So even advocating for that model of business where you can go out and not only run an organization, but do good with that organization and give forward, as we like to say. So I created it really from just a very authentic place for me of who I wanted to show up as in this life and to help more women find their voice. And in Guatemala, I have this mission of giving a voice to the voiceless. It's these young girls who don't see the value that they really have, and to help them see their authentic self and that they are enough and that they have the right and they're worthy enough to go out and create, become this leader. So locally, we help a lot of women in that journey. And then together locally, we have this global impact. So you can have both. Yeah. So multiple things for me come to mind. I mean, I tell anyone, I selfishly started this. It was really for me to surround myself with people who inspired me, people who were positive. I mean, being a young entrepreneur, it's you give up a lot of that social life through the process, right? My Friday nights are home doing work, or I'm out networking, or I'm in groups, or I'm going on these business trips. And it's, a lot of my friends at the time didn't get it. They didn't think the way that I thought, and they didn't push me, I would say, in a positive, challenging way for me to be my best self. So I sought it out. I was looking for, like I said, women leaders in the community. And I fell upon just amazing nonprofit organizations. I ended up collaborating and connecting with a mental health organization, and that just totally really realigned itself with the work that I'm doing in Guatemala. So mental health is so key to that. But it was just, for me, it was just finding a community that can support me, but also that I can then turn around and support in return. So from kind of the get-go of just being around, it literally started with a table of, I think, 5 or 6 of us having a conversation and really allowing all the voices to be heard around whatever challenges. We have 3 core pillars at Integrous Women. It's personal development, business ownership, and we call it impact giving, or giving forward. So giving forward in the sense where giving back kind of relays that I owe you, but giving forward is something that's almost ever existing, right? It's continuous. It's this life cycle. So we really use those 3 pillars in everything we do, in the conversations in the community we've created. So we've been able to grow that very organically, just for women who are seeking the same things. They're looking for this support and there's something really powerful. And this is why I love One Life, and I love the Leaf community with John Berghoff and BYAB and all these amazing communities and organizations, that you create the safe space. And when you put the right people in that room, in our case, we have heart-centered leaders. They want to be of service. They know there's something more for themselves out there, and they want to make it happen, and they want to do good in their life. And you put all these amazing women in one room. I mean, the collaborations, the authenticity, the vulnerability that comes out, in those events is magic. It's unreal. And from there, spin-off collaborations happen, organizations are grown and scaled, and you actually have local impact. And that, I think, is the most fulfilling thing.